The Red River Delta, a fertile expanse in Southeast Asia, witnessed the birth of Vietnamese civilization. Around 3000 BCE, early inhabitants cultivated rice and formed settled communities. Archaeological evidence points to sophisticated bronze casting techniques and intricate social structures. This period laid the foundation for the rich tapestry of Vietnamese history and culture. The Red River Delta, with its life-giving waters, nurtured a civilization that would leave an indelible mark on the world. The Dong Son culture, emerging around the 6th century BCE, showcased remarkable advancements in bronze work. Their elaborately decorated drums, weapons, and tools are testaments to their skill and artistry. These artifacts, discovered throughout Southeast Asia, reveal a vibrant trade network and cultural exchange that extended far beyond the Red River Delta. The Dong Son culture stands as a testament to the ingenuity and cultural dynamism of early Vietnam. Vietnamese mythology speaks of the Hung Kings, a dynasty of rulers credited with founding the first Vietnamese state, Van Lang, around 2879 BCE. Legend has it that the eldest son of Loc Long Quan, a dragon lord, and Ao Co, a fairy princess, became the first Hung King. He united the various tribes inhabiting the Red River Delta under his rule, establishing a legacy that continues to resonate in Vietnamese national identity. The Hung Kings are revered as the progenitors of the Vietnamese people. The story of the Hung Kings embodies the Vietnamese people's deep connection to their land and ancestors. Each year, Vietnamese people celebrate the Hung Kings' legacy during the Hung Kings Temple Festival, a testament to their enduring influence on Vietnamese culture. The festival, a time for pilgrimage and remembrance, reaffirms the values of unity, respect for tradition, and national pride. The legend of the Hung Kings serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring strength of Vietnamese identity. In 111 BCE, the Han Dynasty of China conquered Nanyue, a kingdom encompassing parts of modern-day Vietnam and southern China. This marked the beginning of 1,000 years of Chinese domination over Vietnam. During this period, Vietnam was deeply influenced by Chinese culture, adopting Confucianism, Buddhism, and a bureaucratic system of governance. However, the Vietnamese people never fully assimilated and continually resisted Chinese rule. This period witnessed the emergence of a distinct Vietnamese identity forged in the crucible of resistance. Throughout this era, numerous uprisings challenged Chinese authority. The Trung sisters, two female warriors, led a famous rebellion in 40 CE. Their bravery and sacrifice inspired generations of Vietnamese patriots and remain a potent symbol of resistance against oppression. Despite facing overwhelming odds, the Vietnamese people never relinquished their yearning for freedom. Their indomitable spirit laid the groundwork for future struggles for independence. In 938 CE, Ngo Quyen, a Vietnamese general, defeated the Southern Han army at the Battle of Bac Dang River, ending Chinese domination and ushering in an era of independence. This victory marked a turning point in Vietnamese history, paving the way for the establishment of Dai Viet, the first independent Vietnamese state. Under successive dynasties such as the Le Tran and Lê, Dai Viet flourished, expanding its territory southward, developing a distinct cultural identity, and repelling repeated Mongol invasions. This period witnessed a golden age of Vietnamese civilization. The Lai dynasty, in particular, laid the foundation for a strong, centralized state, promoting Confucianism and establishing a system of civil service examinations. The Tran dynasty successfully repelled 3 Mongol invasions, cementing their legacy as national heroes. However, internal strife and factionalism eventually weakened Dai Viet, leading to a period of fragmentation and decline. Despite these challenges, the legacy of Dai Viet lived on, inspiring future generations to strive for unity and independence. Section 5. European influence and French colonization. The arrival of European traders in the 16th century brought about significant changes to Vietnam. Portuguese, Dutch, and English merchants established trading posts, introducing Christianity and Western ideas. However, it was the French who would have the most profound impact on Vietnam's destiny. Exploiting internal divisions within Vietnam, France gradually expanded its influence, culminating in the colonization of Vietnam in the late 19th century. French colonialism had a devastating impact on Vietnamese society, leading to economic exploitation, cultural suppression, and widespread resistance. the French exploited Vietnam's resources, transforming it into a source of raw materials for French industries. Traditional Vietnamese society was disrupted as the French imposed their own systems of administration, education, and justice. This period witnessed the emergence of a nascent Vietnamese nationalist movement, fueled by resentment against French rule and a desire for self-determination. The seeds of revolution were sown as the Vietnamese people yearned to break free from the shackles of colonialism. Section 6. The Seeds of Revolution, Phan Boi Chau and Ho Chi Minh. The early 20th century saw the rise of nationalist figures shaping Vietnam's independence struggle. Phan Boi Chau advocated for overthrowing French rule through armed struggle. Ho Chi Minh traveled abroad, embracing communist ideology and seeking support for Vietnam's cause. He returned in 1941, forming the Viet Minh, pivotal in the struggle against French colonialism. Section 7. The First Indochina War and the Battle of Dien Bien Phu. After World War II, France tried to regain control over Vietnam, leading to the First Indochina War from 1946 to 1954. The Viet Minh, led by Ho Chi Minh, waged a guerrilla war, wearing down the French. The Battle of Dien Bien Phu in 1954 was a decisive turning point. General Von Nguyen Giap's forces defeated the French, leading to the end of the war. The Geneva Accords of 1954 divided Vietnam into Communist North and non-Communist South. Section 8. The Vietnam War, a Nation Divided. The failure to hold nationwide elections in 1956, as stipulated by the Geneva Accords, plunged Vietnam into a new conflict. The United States supported South Vietnam, while the Soviet Union and China backed North Vietnam. The Vietnam War became a proxy war between the superpowers, with devastating consequences for the Vietnamese people. The war witnessed some of the most intense fighting of the Cold War era, leaving an indelible mark on the Vietnamese psyche. The Tet Offensive in 1968, a coordinated attack by North Vietnamese and Viet Cong forces, proved to be a turning point in the war. Although a military defeat for North Vietnam, the Tet Offensive exposed the resilience of the communist forces and eroded American public support for the war. Facing mounting casualties and growing anti-war sentiment at home, the United States gradually withdrew its forces from Vietnam. Section 9. Reunification and the Path to Doi Moi. On April 30, 1975, North Vietnamese tanks rolled into Saigon, the capital of South Vietnam, marking the end of the Vietnam War and the reunification of the country. The victory was a testament to the Vietnamese people's resilience, determination, and unwavering belief in their right to self-determination. However, the war had left Vietnam devastated, its economy in ruins, and its society deeply divided. The path to recovery and reunification would be long and arduous. The initial years after reunification were marked by economic hardship, political repression, and international isolation. The communist government's collectivization of agriculture and nationalization of industries proved disastrous, leading to food shortages and economic stagnation. The exodus of boat people, Vietnamese fleeing persecution and economic hardship, further tarnished Vietnam's image abroad. However, by the mid-1980s, the Vietnamese leadership recognized the need for change. Section 10. Vietnam's Economic Miracle. In 1986, the Communist Party of Vietnam initiated a series of economic reforms known as Doi Moi, or renovation. These reforms introduced elements of a market economy, encouraging private enterprise, foreign investment, and international trade. Doi Moi marked a turning point in Vietnam's economic trajectory, unleashing a period of unprecedented growth and development. Vietnam transformed itself from one of the world's poorest countries into a dynamic, emerging market economy. Vietnam's economic miracle has been fueled by a young and dynamic workforce, a strategic location in Southeast Asia, and a government committed to economic growth. The country has become a major exporter of textiles, footwear, electronics, and agricultural products. Foreign direct investment has poured in, attracted by Vietnam's stable political environment, low labor costs, and favorable investment policies. Vietnam's economic success has been nothing short of remarkable. Section 11. Vietnam Today, Challenges and Opportunities. Today, Vietnam stands at a crossroads, facing both opportunities and challenges. The country has made significant strides in reducing poverty, improving living standards, and integrating into the global economy. Vietnam is an active member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, and the World Trade Organization, or WTO. Its growing middle class, tech-savvy youth, and strategic location make it an attractive destination for foreign investment. However, Vietnam also faces challenges such as income inequality, corruption, environmental degradation, and a legacy of war. Despite these challenges, the Vietnamese people have shown remarkable resilience and determination throughout their history. Their ability to overcome adversity, their strong work ethic, and their commitment to education bode well for the future. As Vietnam continues to navigate the complexities of the 21st century, its people's enduring spirit will undoubtedly guide them towards a brighter future.